Well, former Vice President and 2024 presidential candidate Kamala Harris makes a surprise appearance at the Met Gala in New York City last night. Just attending the event requires an invitation, not to mention very deep pockets. And Suzy Weiss is a reporter at the Free Press, and Jimmy Failla is the host of Fox News Saturday Night and Fox Across America. It was $75,000 per person to attend, $350,000 for a 10-person table. And here's a little bit of Kamala's word salad about art. Let me read this and have you react, Suzy.
Okay.
She said, "Art has always had a significant impact on not just culture, but also our policies and politics. Artistic expression, whether it's dance, music, visual arts, or fashion, has a way of capturing the mood and language of the people without words. Art has the power to shape the conversation about where we are today and where we need to go." I mean, as far as word salads goes, that wasn't the worst.
It wasn't her worst. And honestly, at this point, they're private citizens. I don't begrudge them if they want to spend $150,000 on a date night. But on my way here, I took the train, and Brad Lander was in the subway station campaigning, and he was at the Met Gala last night. It was sort of like seeing Cinderella, but instead of sweeping a hearth, she was like selling bail reform, and it was not convincing.
Jimmy, I don't know if Kamala really had to pay the $75,000.
Yeah, there was.
Mostly this comes with an invitation, and you say, yes, I will be there, and wear my best clothes.
But when you wonder how her campaign went through $1.5 billion in 100 days, spending habits like this kind of add up to connect the dots. As far as the statement was concerned, it actually wasn't bad by her standards, and she was thrown even being asked about art because she thought the Met Gala was a celebration of a baseball team. Let's be honest. She was like, "What time's Dwight Gooden getting here?" But I like that they're out there celebrating black fashion, but on a personal level, as a guy who dresses pretty snazzy, I thought she looked like a half-moon cookie. You know those cookies they sell? That was kind of an underwhelming effort as the Met Gala goes. Yeah.
I thought they were called he just asked me, what are those cookies called? There were some protests last night, Suzy. I think we have this out here. This is kind of becoming common, right? You have the anti-Israel protesters outside of the Met Gala.
You know, I don't really see how the two are connected, but I think people will find any opportunity to sort of talk about that subject. It's funny. I think both sides of the aisle are kind of claiming to want to tear down the elites, but then we have two parallel elites that have sort of grown up. On one side, you have the elites that go to space. On the other side, you have the ones who go to the Met Gala or get photographed in their living rooms.
Jimmy, anti-gravity?
Well, what's so insane about this is they show up to these events where the people they're protesting have no influence or hand in making the policy that they're against. These people aren't there to open Gaza. They're there for an open bar. Right. They have no idea.
Well, I just want to point out to everybody, Suzy, you wrote a great piece about the fashion at the gala, so you can find that at thefreepress.com. Who was your favorite? Who had the best outfit last night?
I think Sha'Carri Richardson is the closest thing we have to a dandy today. She sort of wears her hair and her nails like armor when she goes racing, and I think she looked fabulous.
I thought Serena Williams did a great job.
She had a vibe going on.
That sucker was flowing for half a New York City block.
I thought that Al Sharpton looked good.
He didn't look,
You're the only one.
By Sharpton standards, no. It was a clean, good look, okay? He didn't look bad. Madonna stealing an outfit from Siegfried and Roy. I didn't see coming, but I was like, next time, bring a white tiger so we can pet it.
Did you have a best dress, you said?
Listen, I think the goal is to get talked about. So for the wrong reasons, Janelle Monáe probably won Best Dressed because she went on dressed as like some weird abstract painting / maze.
I love it when you speak to French.
Yeah, it looked like something that you occupy a child with, her outfit. I don't know that it was a good outfit, but people are talking about it.
We loved having you guys. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
The best.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.